A controversy erupts as Sevilla FC announces plans to demolish the iconic Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán Stadium, home to the club's most cherished memories for over 65 years. That's the headline that shocked fans across Spain last December. But is this really the end of an era for the 7-time Europa League champions? Or is something more fascinating happening beneath the surface? What if I told you that the stadium isn't being abandoned, but reimagined through one of the most ambitious €350 million renovation projects Spanish football has ever seen? And what if I told you this project has already divided the club's leadership and sparked heated debates among shareholders? Today, we're diving deep into Sevilla FC's controversial stadium renovation plans that have set the football world buzzing. From preserving the club's iconic mosaic to unveiling a revolutionary single-tier stand inspired by Dortmund's yellow wall. This is a story of honoring the past while boldly stepping into the future. Before we explore the ambitious plans for the new stadium, let's understand why Sevilla FC decided to undertake this massive renovation project. The Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán Stadium, affectionately known as El Pizjuán, has been Sevilla's home since 1958. Named in honor of the club's legendary president who led the club to its only La Liga title, the stadium holds a deep place in Sevilla's history. The stadium itself has witnessed numerous historic moments. It hosted matches during the 1982 World Cup, including the epic semi-final between West Germany and France that ended 3-3 before Germany advanced on penalties. And more recently, in 2022, it hosted the Europa League final between Eintracht Frankfurt and Rangers. But despite its rich history, the stadium has fallen behind modern standards. With a current capacity of just 42,714, it's significantly smaller than the venues of other top Spanish clubs. The infrastructure is aging, and the lack of a roof means fans are exposed to Seville's scorching summer heat and winter rains. Furthermore, the club has been exploring ways to boost revenue, especially after recent financial losses. Modern stadiums are no longer just football venues, they're multifunctional spaces that generate income year-round. Sevilla FC's growing European ambitions also demand a world-class stadium to match its status as 7-time Europa League champions. The club believes its infrastructure should reflect this achievement. Perhaps most importantly, with Spain set to co-host the 2030 World Cup alongside Portugal and Morocco, there's a race among Spanish clubs to have their stadium selected as host venues. A renovated Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán would strengthen Sevilla's bid to be part of this global showcase. It's also worth noting that Sevilla's city rivals, Real Betis, are currently renovating their own stadium, creating additional local pressure for Sevilla FC to modernize their home ground. All these factors contributed to the club's decision to embark on this transformative journey, despite the controversy it has generated among some shareholders and fans who fear losing the stadium's unique character and atmosphere. The design of the new Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán Stadium is where tradition meets innovation, creating what promises to be one of Spain's most distinctive football venues. Led by the architectural firm IDOM, the project draws inspiration from Seville's cultural landmarks, including the Real Alcazar and Seville Cathedral, turning the stadium into a true celebration of the city's heritage. While the interior will be completely reconstructed, the exterior will preserve beloved elements like the iconic outer shell and the mosaic wall, a symbol since the 1982 World Cup. One of the most revolutionary features is the Gol Norte stand, which will be transformed into a massive single-tier section for 15,000 spectators, a concept never before seen in Spanish football. Inspired by Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and Borussia Dortmund's legendary Yellow Wall, this stand promises to create an intimidating atmosphere for visiting teams while amplifying the legendary Nervión Bombonera spirit that Sevilla fans cherish. The stadium's stadium's overall capacity will increase to 55,000, with 10% reserved for VIP areas, reflecting modern stadium trends. Perhaps the most welcome upgrade is the addition of a sharp-edged rectangular roof, covering all stands and protecting fans from Seville's intense heat and sudden rainfall. Stands will also move closer to the pitch, creating a more intimate, electrifying experience for players and supporters alike. Beyond match days, the stadium is designed as a year-round destination. New terraces, restaurant spaces, and expanded hospitality areas will generate revenue regardless of on-field results, while a new car park will finally solve long-standing accessibility issues. What truly sets this project apart from other renovations in Spain is that Sevilla is effectively building a brand new stadium while preserving the heart and soul of the old ground. It's a complete transformation that honors tradition while boldly embracing the future. The construction timeline for Sevilla's stadium renovation is ambitious, yet carefully planned. According to reports from Diario AS, work is scheduled to begin on June 1, 2026, with completion targeted for 2028. This timeline aligns with Spain's preparations to co-host the 2030 World Cup, potentially positioning the new Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán as one of the tournament's venues. But like many large-scale projects, this one hasn't been without controversy. The announcement at a shareholder meeting in December 2023 immediately sparked division within the club's leadership. One major shareholder, José María del Nido Benavente, a former club president, made his opposition to the renovation plans clear. This internal conflict has added an element of drama to the project, with some fearing it could impact the club's stability. The construction process itself presents significant logistical challenges. Most notably, Sevilla FC will need to find a temporary home for at least 2 years while their stadium undergoes reconstruction. The most likely temporary venue is the Estadio La Cartuja, a 60,000 capacity stadium in Seville that regularly hosts Spanish national team matches. Interestingly, Sevilla might need to share La Cartuja with their city rivals Real Betis, who are also renovating their Benito Villamarín stadium. This potential ground-sharing arrangement adds another layer of complexity and potential rivalry friction to the construction period. Fans have also debated how the renovation might affect the stadium's famous atmosphere. The Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán is legendary for its intimidating energy, especially on European nights, and some fear a modern, more comfortable design could dilute that raw passion. While the iconic exterior mosaic will be preserved, the complete interior rebuild has raised concerns about losing decades of history, with every seat and corner holding memories for generations of Sevilla supporters. Finally, there's the question of whether such an ambitious project is financially responsible given the club's recent financial struggles. Over the past 3 seasons, Sevilla FC has reported losses, leading some stakeholders to question the timing of a €350 million investment. This brings us to perhaps the most crucial aspect of the entire project: funding. The funding structure behind Sevilla's stadium renovation is one of the project's most fascinating aspects. With an estimated cost of €350 million, it's a bold investment for a club that has reported financial losses in recent years. A large portion of the funding comes from La Liga's groundbreaking deal with private equity firm CVC Capital Partners. Though controversial and rejected by giants like Real Madrid and Barcelona, Sevilla embraced the agreement, which injects nearly €2 billion into Spanish clubs in exchange for an 8.2% stake in TV rights. For Sevilla, the deal provided critical capital to launch this ambitious project. Without it, the renovation might not have been financially viable. Strategically, the investment makes sense. Financial models predict the new stadium could boost Sevilla's revenue by around €26 million annually through increased ticket sales, premium VIP areas, year-round commercial activities, and improved match-day experiences. Importantly, this income stream would be less dependent on Champions League qualification, vital for a club whose success isn't always guaranteed. Beyond finances, the stadium will become an architectural landmark and boost Seville's chances of hosting 2030 World Cup matches, bringing global attention and tourism. While controversy and internal divisions remain, the vision for the new Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán is undeniably bold. If realized, it could serve as a model for clubs looking to modernize while respecting their heritage. As construction kicks off in 2026, all eyes will be on Sevilla. One thing is certain, the new Ramón Sánchez-Pizjuán will blend tradition and innovation like no other stadium in Spain, setting a new benchmark across Europe. What would you keep or change if your club rebuilt its stadium? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more football stadium updates.